Welcome to Dracula Daily for our 21st installment, June 24th. And the brides of Dracula have reappeared in Castle Dracula. They have materialized, coalescing from the motes of dust, swirling in a moonbeam. And this piece of supernatural phantasmagoria gets barely a sentence of description from Jonathan, because what really is freaking Jonathan out has nothing to do with the supernatural. He is freaked out that he is being held prisoner in Castle Dracula without due process. I am shut up here, a virtual prisoner, but without that protection of law, which is even a criminal's right and consolation. Later on in this same entry, dressed in Jonathan's clothes, disguised as someone else, and apparently having learned his lessons well enough from Jonathan to pass as an Englishman within the confines of Transylvania, Dracula goes out and kidnaps a child, brings it back to Castle Dracula. Off-screen, feeds it probably to the brides of Dracula. The mother shows up wailing for her child, and Dracula summons his wolves. Off-screen, again, they tear her to pieces and walk away licking their lips. I want to point out that the moment that the child is kidnapped is probably the moment that the dogs are howling, and that later the wolves are summoned. There's always a contrast between dogs and wolves early on when Jonathan is on his way to Castle Dracula. Baying of the dogs, the barking of the dogs is distracting to him, but then the dogs are chased away by the wolves, taking him from a place of civilization into a place of primordial evil. And Dracula is evil. The most important example given of his evil here is his shutting up of Jonathan without due process and his kidnapping of the child. Not the fact that he is a vampire, not the fact that he can scurry down the outside of his walls like a lizard, not the fact that his three brides can appear coalescing from a moonbeam.